Yes, fellas, welcome to Bala Sport. How you guys doing? Lino, Solo,
What's going
what's
on, man?
poppin', my guy?
What's up, gents? It's Tuesday night.
Tuesday. Dang, it feel like Monday. The weather's messed
Hey,
up, so
couple days from now, I got Thursday night game. But before we go to that, of course, yesterday's game.
this guy want to get straight to the point,
Hey,
man. I want to talk about the guy that got this Lino's background, Kelsey. Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
just like
man.
Solo said, man. Just like
Listen,
Solo said, Monday night.
Monday night.
Yo,
Listen,
but before we start, though, my bad. Before we start, bro, remember the clip that we that I shared that I posted when I was talking about the Buffalo Bill fans thinking the game was rigged. Tell me
yeah,
why I got a text from somebody says that as long as that Kansas City Chief fan is over there, you were never gonna see me on your show. I'm like, oh, okay.
damn.
Like it's that personal. Yo, they don't like you, man. What's
that
going on
Kansas,
with
that Kansas City fine talks a lot of smack. That's why.
So you, whoever that person is, tell them to get out their damn feelings.
you? Yo, my
Oh
fellas,
man,
man. Speaking about Kansas City, man. Yesterday, Monday Night Football, man. Kansas City versus New Orleans Saints. The score. Angie, do you enjoy that game first of all before we gotta go before we start going out? Let me start.
I, of course,
Good.
I always enjoy a good Chiefs game. There was some good, there was some bad, there was some ugly, but
and when
we'll
you
You
get to
win,
enjoy
that.
it. All right.
What's that?
Anyways, let's get back to the game here. Man, I just want to start something, man. Patrick Mahomes threw for 331 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Derek Carr, of course, got hurt, but he had 2 touchdowns. Woo, his numbers are a little weird, man, for me, man. He got 2 touchdowns, 165 yards, and 1 interception. The Kansas City Chiefs, of course, pulled it off at the end, 26-13, the finals.
oh wow.
Mr. Lino was popping, man. How was that game, man? Talk to me.
So basically, you gotta tell us because, like I said, I didn't watch the whole game. I watched a quarter, so I have no idea what happened, and I made sure I didn't read upon nothing or check anything. I want to hear that information straight from you.
Well, good, because next Monday night I'm only watching the first quarter too.
Listen, I'm gonna tell that Bills fan. I'm gonna tell that Bills fan.
Nah, I mean, overall, the story of the game last night was our defense. Our defense has been playing lights out for quite some time now. We haven't given up over 27 points since the Super Bowl when we played the Eagles and we won that one. Uh, just overall, let me start. Let me start with the defense because I need to give the defense their flowers. I mean, what they have been able to do just this year with some new pieces, same scheme, new pieces, little couple new players coming in, rushing what they have given up 169 yards total to running backs. Now that includes Derrick Henry, Bijan Robinson, Alvin Kamara, Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, and forgetting the guy from Cincinnati's skipping my mind, but that's neither here nor there. Just to keep it in mind, that's 169 yards total and five running backs. We just signed Kareem Hunt in 2 games. He got 171. So they're averaging 2.6 yards a carry just in running backs alone. You just gotta let that sink in for a minute. Spagnola is doing his thing, and it's not even close. The schemes that he's running, it's confusing to the quarterbacks. Now, as far as Trent McDuffie goes, he is having another All Pro year. Yesterday, he pretty much had Chris Olave all game, 2 catches, 10 yards. Like he was a non-factor, and that's what Spags likes to do. He takes that Belichick mindset where he's like, "I'm going to take the best thing that you do, and I'm going to take it away." So Kamara was pretty much a non-factor. I think Kamara had, I think he was averaging like 135 yards per game, scrimmage yards wise,
Right.
and he had 26 on the ground. Slipping my mind what he had receiving, but he didn't come nowhere near his average. And it's crazy to me. Chris Jones, I mean, he's being double team, triple team, and then we're letting other people eat. We're letting Turk Wharton have a game. You're getting oh my, I don't know why I'm just forgetting names right now. Karloff coming off the edge. It's everything is coming together so soon, so quick. Usually when we get new pieces, it takes a little bit for the defense to kind of acclimate. We have a couple slip ups here and there, but they've picked up exactly where they left off last year. And that's big for our offense because our offense has struggled. We were 2 for 7 in the red zone yesterday.
Right.
Terrible, like absolutely terrible. We had a missed field goal. We had the interception that Juju could not hold on to. It was a good defensive play. Juju had it, and then the defender kind of dragged his arm down to his waist, and that's kind of made a pop up in the air, and it was caught by Colin Saunders, ex Chief. Can't get mad at that, He did his thing yesterday, but um, 2 for 7 is unacceptable, and this is something that I've told you guys in the past. I'm not going to accept anything in a loss that I do in a win. Uh, it's kind of like give and take. We've seen Andy Reid come up with these weird fun plays that work. Well, when they work, they're great. When they don't work, you're like, why are we running that? It doesn't make sense. And the thing that's bothered me with the Chiefs really for probably 6, 7 years now is they like to get cute in the red zone, especially within the 5 yard line. That's when they really like to get real exotic, and they don't want to hand it off or run because the you're 5 yards from the end zone, so the playbook gets very small. So let's just line up Travis Kelsey at quarterback with Mahomes behind him in the wishbone, and then we hand it off to Xavier Worthy. Okay, it worked. Cool. But how about we just give it to Kareem Hunt, who had 27 carries for 102 yards? How about we do that? I don't know, something simple. Because all day you knew they knew we were gonna run. We
Right.
didn't hide it. I mean, we were pretty. I think it was 39 yards, or 39 yards. 39 times we passed, 36 times we ran it, give or take Mahomes, a couple scrambles that weren't designed. So we'll say 31-32. We were pretty balanced all night. So why not do a play action pass? Why not just run it? Don't. Why are we doing all this razzle dazzle stuff? It doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. But it worked. Okay, but I don't like it. I prefer traditional. Let's get Carson Steele to block for Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt had a great game last night, and
Right.
I've been excited from the jump from him. He's still showing me that burst. He's still showing me that he can fall forward. He can still show me that when he gets hit, he's giving you an extra 2 yards because those legs keep churning. And just for measures, the last time a Chiefs running back had more than 27 carries in a game was Kareem Hunt in 2017. So we don't run the ball often, and we've had run games. It's just we've always broke it up. But I mean, overall, we had a solid game. There was good, there was bad. The ugly was the 2 for 7. The good was our offense because it showed a little chemistry last night. It showed something that, oh wow, okay, we actually have something here. Um, and I think the great is obviously the Chiefs defense, who has just been nothing but exemplary all year.
Yeah. Speaking about your defense, man, they give up. I mean, the rushing is 46 yards. They give up. They give up 46 yards. You guys got 139 yards.
Yeah.
Solo, do you think that New Orleans? Because I know Kamara got 11 carries throughout the whole game. Do you think New Orleans should stick with the run? I know he wasn't working at first, but you got 46 yards. You got one of the best running backs in the game, and you only settle for 46 yards throughout the whole game. I know credit to the Chiefs defense, like Lino just says, man. They showed up. Chris Jones still looked like last night. Something comes up to my mind about Chris Jones. I know everybody talk about Aaron Donald being the GOAT, but this guy, man, this guy is special, bro. Like, dude, one more Super
Hey,
Bowl in his resume, man. I don't know, but the GOAT conversation and his position. I'm not. I don't know if they play the same position or not. I'm just saying because Chris Jones was on fire. But from the New Orleans side, like I asked, what do you think? Like, what went wrong for them? Should they stick with the run? 46 yards?
Well, first of all, when you're playing the Chiefs and that quarterback, Patrick Mahomes,
He was about to
it
say
is.
Josh Allen.
I know. It is almost impossible to stick to a game plan. When you play against the best quarterback probably in history, there's no way you can stick to your running game if you're losing. And then going back to what you're saying about Kareem Hunt, he had a good game. Yes, I agree. But don't you think it's kind of easy for running backs to play well on the Chiefs because defenses and everybody they are so scared of Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelsey. So to be running back on the Chiefs, that's probably easier than being a running back on a different team. So I know he played well, but I think you can put any running back in that system, and I think they'll play well. Because
Mm.
everybody's scared of Patrick Mahomes. Like you said, oh, they knew we're gonna run the ball. Even if the defense know you're gonna run the ball, it doesn't matter. You guys can still run it because you still have to worry about Patrick Mahomes. He can run or he can throw. Know what I mean? So now coming to the Saints, you asking if they should stick to the game plan. Sometimes you have to abandon the game plan if things are not going
But if
well.
your best player on the field is basically, I mean, I'm not saying Derek Carr wasn't
I mean, Alvin
what
Kamara,
right.
he
You
actually
haven't got him involved in the game. I was
he,
watching the game.
what
I was like, okay, I
he
know.
had 40 he had 40
No, it's
40
46 yard
yards,
total. It was 46 yard total for the Saints last night rushing. 46 yard,
right? But yeah, but I think he had receiving yards. So what, 40 yards receiving yards?
about
So
27, I think. I don't know.
no, 40 yards
Okay.
receiving. So they tried to get involved, but when you're playing the Chiefs, it's just so hard to play the Chiefs and stick to a game plan unless you go up big time. Like the first couple games that the Saints won when they looked like the best team in the NFL, how did they start? They started really fast and they scored a lot of points. And when you start that fast, it is so easy to stick to a game plan because everything going in your way. Now, when you play a good team and get punched in the mouth, sometimes you got to change the game plan. Running the ball when you're behind doesn't really help. So you got, but I'm surprised also Derek Carr only had what 140, 165 yards passing. And I guess
Mhm.
credit to the Chiefs defense, but also I'm wondering. So it's a question I'm gonna pose. Does this say? Does this tell you anything about the Chiefs defense, or just that the Saints were not prepared for this game? I know the Chiefs defense is good, but do you think that also this Saints offense just were not ready for this game?
No, I mean the Saints offense, they were missing, I believe, two of their starting offensive linemen, and then they lost their center to an injury during the game. I think it was early second half. But at the same time, the Chiefs have shown you a big sample size of what they can do no matter who the team is. So I wouldn't say that the Saints weren't prepared. I'm just going to say that the Chiefs defense is better than the offense of the Saints. And
Right.
we're very familiar with Derek Carr because we played him 17 times when he was with the Raiders.
Mm.
So I mean, now this is his 18th. Yesterday was his 18th. So now he is 3-15 against Kansas City, and I believe 12 of those games were against Spagnola, and he confuses Derek Carr. Derek turns into a broken car essentially. He's a lemon when he plays the Chief. He doesn't play well. He's always never. He had a game or two that was an anomaly. I mean,
Right.
when you only win 3 out of 15 against a team, when you win, people be like, "Oh, well, look at him." No, look at the other 15 losses. He's a deer in headlights 99% of the time. That's just he can make a throw here or there, but he's it. Again, he's a car. You got to warm him up. You gotta take him on the road. Give him the easy side streets, and then we go to the expressway. He can never get
Yeah,
off. He can never get out the parking lot when he's playing Kansas City.
right.
It's
But
very
how
rare.
many? But how many times did he get sacked? One time.
Only one time, but how many times did he get pressured?
He got
That's
a
the
lot of
Wow.
thing.
pressure last night.
He got a lot of and that's a lot with Kansas City. So sometimes Kansas City will get to your door, but nobody's gonna let us in.
Right.
But when we get to you, we're getting to you. Now you got to keep in mind, like Musa said, Chris Jones. There was a stat that they showed up probably around the third quarter. Since 2019, Chris Jones himself has allowed 109 incompletions. So that's like if they're trying to set up a screen and Chris Jones blows up the play, they're just throwing it to the ground 109 times. I would love to see how many times that happened on a third down or a fourth down because
Right.
that's usually when it's Chris Jones time. That is just an insane stat. And after
Sure.
that, I think he had like another two, so we probably put it at like 111. But that's just ridiculous, man. That's he's already got a gold jacket. It's just waiting to be fitted. What size are you, big dog? That's
Right.
all.
Yeah. One more
Hey,
question about Chris Jones, quick, Salo, man. Like, what, like, as long, like, dude, how does he still continue doing the same thing year in and year out without
how,
really?
how old is he now?
Right. I was just about to ask him, with that, what,
He's
30,
got to be. He's probably got to be 30
30.
because he was drafted 2017, 20. Yeah, so he's probably about 30. He's hitting that age,
Yeah,
but
but
I think he's still got 3 excellent years left in him, not including this year.
but you know what? When
that's
when you
ridiculous.
watch him though, he's not like a typical the rest of the players. Like I don't think he doesn't seem that fast. I think he has more power. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like
he's
like
Bro,
he
he's power and technique.
yo,
right.
speaking of that, about he doesn't seem that fast. What about the guy that got the interception on Patrick Mahomes from the end zone? I'm like, dude, what the hell?
X
Yo,
X
boy was out.
that's an ex chief, man. Listen, let me tell you something about Colin Saunders because Colin Saunders was a little mad that he did not get the contract because he thought he was going to come back with the Chiefs.
Right.
Okay.
We decided to stay with Turk Wharton, who's probably going to get handsomely paid um, this upcoming year. But the thing is, when you're playing next to a Chris Jones, we're looking at them. We're not looking at Colin Saunders or Turk Wharton. So of course these guys are going to eat, but Colin Saunders is a very athletic guy. He can jump out of a pool into the. I don't know if anybody's seen his pre-draft tape. This man is doing backflips. This man is jumping out of a pool onto his
What?
feet. And I don't. And Solomon, since you didn't watch the game, his brother Cameron Saunders is actually one of Taylor Swift's backup dancers in her Eras tour.
You know
And
what?
he
I did see something today on the internet, but I thought it was just like fake news. But I saw something about that headline.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that
what,
was real, and there was conspiracy theorists out there because they were telling this storyline about Colin Saunders and his brother, and then 2 plays later he gets an interception. They're like, "Oh, NFL is rigged." Come on now.
well, there's one thing about this game, definitely though. It was one of the best official games that I've seen. The referees did great
Here we
job
go.
in the Kansas City Chiefs game. You know,
Oh no,
this
it
game,
was
this was
nice. It was nice as a Chiefs fan. This is the first time in 9 games where it didn't come down to the final, pretty
right.
much within the
Nope.
2 minute warning.
Right. It didn't come down to the referees making a decision about who wins the game. Okay. We got it.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
I see. When as soon as you say that, I knew that's what I was gonna say. So the ref, so in short, you're saying this game was the first game in a long time where there's no questionable questionable calls.
There's no questionable calls at all in this game for me, man. There was just one more holding. There was a holding call on the Saints,
They
but
didn't call.
at number 96 in Saints, I forgot his name, but they did not show the replay. I was like, okay, usually they always show us replay, but then I'm not trying to get there because I don't want to. Right now I'm trying to play to my Bill fans. It's okay, man. This is Bala Sport. I know there's a Kansas City fan here, but he's no arm. He's okay, man. This is what we do here. We talk sports and bust balls. So, so it's
Oh
good,
boy.
man. Yo, but bro, one more thing about Patrick Mahomes, man. Like no interception. I mean, no touchdown, but another interception, man. What's going on with his interceptions? I mean, I know y'all winning games 5-0 right now. Probably one or two teams being a 5-0, but
Mhm.
the interceptions. What's going on?
I mean, this is the first one that I can say this year. I 1 out of 6 that wasn't his fault. Juju should have called it. The other ones were like, what were you doing? What were you thinking? Like, I don't understand. I think it's he when he was playing yesterday, he was staying in the pocket more. And he says it after every game, I gotta trust my guys. I gotta stay in the pocket because he's so fearful of Jawan Taylor because Jawan Taylor is a great run blocker, but he's very average at pass blocking. And then you got to look to your other side in Wanya Morris, who is essentially is he's a second year rookie. He didn't really play a lot last year, so to hold up a Holmes blind side, that's a very important job. So he's got to worry about, are these guys going to be able to hold up? So he stayed in a lot, in the pocket a lot, trusting his guys on the outside that he can be able to stay in and deliver throws. As far as the interceptions go, I just feel like with Hollywood going down and now Rasheed Rice going down, he's got to trust guys like Juju, who's not the same Juju. He's got to trust guys like Sky Moore, who has played in 4 games and only has one target. And it was a drop on a third down, a crucial third down. He was wide open. And you got to trust guys like Xavier Worthy, who's a rookie, and he doesn't have that chemistry with him yet. So he's got to have that trust factor.
Right.
And playing a quarterback position, you got to have that trust factor with your players. So there's no excuse because there's been 5 of his 6 interceptions. Are like, where the fuck are you throwing? I don't understand it. But last night, that one wasn't on him. No.
Well, Patrick Mahomes is the only quarterback that could get a pass from interceptions in every game, but every other quarterback can because they're winning. They're 5-0. You can't question the Super Bowl champ back to back. Not once, not two, but three. So we move on, bro, man.